It is clear we have long been in a post-Christian cultural context in the United States. We're now entering an anti-Christian cultural context in the United States. And I don't see that abating anytime soon. I think it will get worse before it gets better. But my response to that personally is not one of pessimism. It's one of optimism and hope, because what we see both in history and throughout the scriptures is when God's people suffer persecution, that's when God's people return to him, and we begin to live once again faithfully. And I think we in the church in America need to really begin to take a hard look at ourselves and what we have allowed this faith in Christ to become in this American context. And I think if we did that, we would discover that our Christianity is often more cultural than it is Christian. And we've syncretized these two things. We've syncretized being American with being Christian, being conservative with being Christian. But Christianity stands above all these things. And it doesn't mean that we are indifferent to these things, doesn't mean we're indifferent to our country. We love this nation because of what it represents and primarily the ideals that it affirms and aspires to. We may not always achieve them, but we nonetheless aspire to them. And in a fallen world, that's sometimes the best we can hope for is aspiration, right? But we've got to distinguish between being a follower, a child of the King, a follower of Christ, and what does it mean to live in this world that is fallen and is desperate for hope. And in a time of fear, the church is in the best position of any other organization, institution, people group in the world to offer that hope to a watching world. But if we don't possess that hope, how can we offer what we don't have? And if we don't have that hope, oftentimes it's because we have lost an understanding of what our hope is in. It's not an escape. It's not in moralism. It's not in politics. It's in this promise that Jesus Christ has come to make all things new. And that one day there is a future in which we will live on this earth in resurrected bodies without sin, no more tears, no more sorrow, no more death, no more suffering. This is the hope to which we all live and point, and this is what we need to be pointing the world to.